Okay, here we go. This is going to be the job for the night. Let me kill that. Let me kill that. That was getting a wee bit too bright. So, what I'm going to be doing is filling up my binder this evening. And let's see. Do we change the view a little bit? I think we should. I think we should change the view a little bit. But it's also finding something that I can change the view with. So that is the other issue that I could encounter. Well, I'm trying to get some good light for everyone, but I don't want to glare out the cards. Yeah, that's gonna glare them out. So we're not gonna do that part. We're just gonna switch up the lighting real quick. And, we're gonna go from there. And this will be pretty interesting. I haven't been streaming as much lately as I have been kind of busy. And so, whoops, that was a little bit of an issue. Alright, cool. We're back. And with us being back, I'm trying to find a better way to show you guys what we got going on here tonight. And that seems to have helped the situation. Solved it? No. Helped it? Yes. So, okay, here we are. And as I said, I'm going to be going through this binder, filling it up with all the stuff that I have just been too lazy lately to get done. So we're going to fill it up. And we'll go from there. So let me give you a quick overview of what's already in here. So, Brass's Tunnel, Utopia. As you can see, there's nothing major going on here quite yet. And that will change. It'll change very shortly, and as it changes, we'll be able to go ahead and look at everything. I know you're looking at that treasure token, but that treasure token is actually from Jurassic World, so I have that. This is a Second Age mountain, and that is why you're going to find random things like that. I was a big Dungeons and Dragons fan when I was a kid, and so I see an Elminster, I'm keeping it. It doesn't matter the value on that. And so we're just looking at, we're just looking at some things real quick before we get back to filling everything up. Because I did go through a ton of cards the past week and a half. And, when you're making deals, it's necessary. It's going to happen. And so you are going to go through a lot of those cards. And sorry, doing this one by hand. I'm not exactly a professional, but we're going to get this going. We're going to get it done. And you'll be able to at least see a few things because pretty soon I may... Hey, Darren. Hi. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. So we are going to see quite a few cards from quite a few sets. And sometimes they're promos, like this one, the Fell. And sometimes they are not. And we're going to get into that, and if you bear with me for just a moment, we've only got a couple pages to go. Oh, what's Oh, man, thank you for joining. I really do appreciate you coming by and giving me some support. That definitely helps me out in the full scheme of things because I do want to get a lot of things going. And Lolth, not worth that much, but really it's Lolth. Like I said, grew up playing a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. Everywhere tokens, just in case. If you see one, keep it. They're not bad. They're worth a little bit. And I know you guys did not stop by just to see a little bit of jank. So, you know what? We might light some. Yeah, I did get a Baitor, got a Skirmish. And those are pretty good. They're decent cards right there. But we are going to be, and there's the Nariv, and you'll see the full spectrum of dragons in just a moment. Alright, so I think that is about enough of that. Now we're going to start putting some cards in, and well, I'm very happy you did, by the way. People mean well. People can't always do what they want. So, the next card we have going on is going to be a Storm of Saruman. Borderless foil from Lord of the Rings. Got that in a set booster. I was pretty stoked about it. Not as happy as I was about the Paths of the Dead, otherwise known as the Cavern of Souls. Borderless extended foil. This was actually my box topper from Lord of the Rings when I opened up that box. And there's quite a few hits in that box, and it's pretty neat. Some things I just didn't really look up. I wanted them. So, of course, Obnixilis. I have a few different copies of Obnixilis, but it is always good to have yourself some backups, especially when you have the opportunity to pick them up. So if you guys have a question on any of them or anything like that, this one made me super happy because every time I pulled an Orcish Bowmaster, I just pulled a regular, didn't pull a foil. This time, at least, I got the extended, and I was pretty pleased with that. But like I said, we are going to be loading this up. This lovely card right here, the Swooping Pterodon. Got this from an LCI pack that I bought at Cool Stuff Games. I bought like 3 collectors, and thankfully that was in there. These are other cards that I just never put in a binder. And of course, this is a fantastic card. If anyone ever comes across one, scoop that sucker up, man. It's a good card. So we're just going to continue on, and I'm going to show you what I am loading the binder up with. Give you a chance to read the card. You can always pause and catch up. Remember that. Anyone who wants to leave a like and a comment, I really do appreciate it, and it really helps me out. Here's an Elspeth. Finally got one. This is the last one I got. It was a pain. It just did not want to come to me. And is there anything really interesting on here? There is a Ureni and a Nariv on this page. I was doing my Tarkir homework, of course, as you can hopefully see if I don't toss everybody sideways. Nature's Rhythm. I got some decent cards in this last set. If anyone opened any of the Dragons of Tarkir, let me know. Now, this one, of course, made me super happy. Of course, not the mana foil. The mana foil would have, that would have sent me over the edge right there. But, very happy with that card. Briefly, I'm just going to show you a couple things. We did nab ourselves, of course, a number of herd heirlooms, some Dread Knights. These are some other older cards that you'll see right there. Sorry about the lighting. But, you know, as we go through things and get more stuff going, which, of course, is a constant. Had to pick up a Dramoka. And you'll see why in a little bit. Because if I'm going to make a dragon deck, I'm going to go all out. I mean, wouldn't you? So, yeah. I'm going to go all out on one at some point. Not quite sure when I am going to start getting everything going there. But there is a lot, and we're going to keep that going. Let me just take a look through real quick, because I'm trying to decide what is going to go in there next. But I also like to double check myself and make sure I didn't miss anything too important. Now, open the wrong box there, but that is easily fixed. Okay, here we go. So, this card is doing pretty well for itself. The Voice of Victory, and I have a number of copies of it. But I'm really happy with that foil one. So, that's going in. It's got to go in. And that makes that a pretty expensive page, but we're going to have more than a few of those. Here we nab, if I rip a random card. Brother, you don't know me like that. I will do it. I will do it. I have no chill sometimes. And don't tempt me. It could be definitely one of those times. And I'll just reach in. I'll even point the camera at it. I'll reach in, grab one, and it'll go bye-bye. I don't care what card either. Now, every card that is in here should have some decent value on it. But, again, it's hard to keep up with all the price changes that go on. I was super happy to pick this one up. Super happy. Just to get it going. So, you want me to just rip a rando? Alright. I'm reaching in here. I'm not looking. I'm not gonna look. Now, this could upset me. Alright, here we go. Boulderborn Dragon, I pulled the right thing. I pulled the right thing right there. Alright, bye Boulderborn. Sorry about that. Well, one less in circulation. And, you know, it happens. It happens. So, to get back to that, and I'll take that 100 however you like, my friend. So, then you'll see where I was kind of starting to go with my dragon deck. That was a lucky pull. That was a lucky pull. That would have really hurt my feelings if I had just like taken this Tiamat and totally given it the drawn quarter. Thankfully, that did not happen. So, back on to loading it up. And we're just going to get these all loaded up for you. And we can check out some of the cards. And at some point, I will start moving a lot more of these. And, hey, I mean, go for it, my friend. If you're here visiting from Pullbox, I'm always around. So here, I am very happy with the Grim Tutor. not the foil. I really wish. But, you know, hey, what can you do? You can't always get the ones you want. Trust me, I've been searching for an ancient copper dragon for a hot minute. But, you know, you gotta try. Now, I feel like this set was here and gone just way too soon. But, you know, I had my little goth kid moments, and so, there were some definite, tendency to really like those cards. Same with Duskmourn, Crimson Vow. Midnight Hunt just sucked. So we won't mention Midnight Hunt ever again. So, now that we've got that cleared, we'll keep going. And, like I said, I want to load this up and get everything going. I do have random cards flying around here somewhere, because I've got a couple fracture foils that I definitely want in. Now, this is going to be like a sell/trade binder. And with the sell/trade, of course, you know, hey, I'm going to pimp my cards out as much as I can and get everything that I can out of them. And I love to collect. I love to open cards. And I love to see what I can do with them. And that is why I get some of the staples sometimes. Have to do it. Gotta get some of the staples. And the Cottonmouth's kicking in right now. Let me go ahead and take a little sip of some purely not adult beverage. Swear to anyone. Alright, maybe a little adult. Not totally, though. I didn't go too far. So, we've got that going. And it's not even all just Magic the Gathering. We do have some other things in here. Just whatever keeps me going. And I appreciate that promise, my friend. And like I said, if you see me around Pullbox or you see me here, I'm around. Easy to find, as a matter of fact, once you go ahead and create a channel. And this... crap. Where did I get this one? Oh, this was pulled from me by Twiddler on stream. Same with the Force of Will that we just went by. And I was super happy to get that Force of Will. And really happy. And we'll go ahead and take a look at all the cards again afterward, if you're interested in that. But I am going to do my best to get a lot of the more expensive stuff put away. Too long just sitting there in random boxes and secret lair drop that I picked up. The random box effect is a real thing. So, and just to like kind of give you an example of some of the things, like this is after clearing out just so much, and I'd hate to show you underneath my bed, not because there's any bodies buried there, just because no, there is a lot of cards there, a lot of cards, and unfortunately, you know, going through them when cards switch prices rapidly kind of sucks. A little bit more than kind of. It takes a lot of time, and it can be worth it. It can be extremely worth it when you happen to have some things laying around that spike in value. That is another one of the fun parts of collecting. Sometimes things spike, and this is my Dragon. Like I said, with the whole dragon theme, I was not going to leave any stone unturned. I have an ungodly amount of one-drop changelings that I picked up just to make sure if I did happen to get a Mox Jasper. Of course, I have a few. Darren, I've only been collecting a lot in the last year. Before that, um, I had bought cards here and there. And by, just buying a pack here or there, sometimes, you end up with some things. And believe it or not, for 5 years, I sat on some cards, and I had no idea what their value was. They just sat in a container in one of my drawer. And because I was bartending, I was managing a restaurant, I had enough free cash, not spare cash, it's never spare, but I had enough liquid cash to pick up a lot of packs and quite a few boxes. And on occasion, I started trading things in, and when I did, I always tried to trade upward. Like I would take something like this Displacer Kitten, like a $10, $12 card. But I would take like 40 or 50 cards of around that value, and I would turn them in, and I would turn them into the place that gave me the best deal, whether it was store credit or cash. And with that, it allowed me to start to buy more expensive cards, and I recommend everybody do that, whether you're playing pull box, whether you're buying random cards online. It is just a good idea. Trade up. You might take a little bit of a loss in the beginning, but in the end, you know how much easier it is to deal with your expensive cards when you start doing something like selling 50 $10 cards, picking yourself up a dual land where where you can just recycle that thing on out. So, only one shop. Yeah, that's rough, because then you're kind of at the mercy. One of the places that gives me the best deals is actually only like 3 minutes away from my house. And the other one that I use to get a lot of cash and a lot of harder to find packs and boxes, I go ahead and drive an hour to Maitland. From where I'm at, it takes an hour, and Maitland's a little place outside of Orlando. Sorry, trying to get you a good view of old Toxrill, one of the most hated commanders there are, just because he is a little pain in the butt to a lot of people. But yeah, I drive an hour there, and I usually call ahead and just try to have an idea of some of the things they have, and then of course get there and submit my sell order quickly. Sorry, I have these in here tightly, and so that is why you hear that pounding. I am just trying to actually get the card out of the top loader, and sometimes you do a really good job of getting them in there. This, because you can't read it, is a Spell Pierce. It is a masterpiece from Amonkhet, and super happy about that card. And that one just kind of maintains a $70 value. It just sits there at $70, which that's fine by me. Stable is good. I will take that. Now this is one of the cards that I sat on for years. Yep. Now, yes, it is a list card. Mystery Booster 1. Pulled this card, put it in a little cardboard container. Not even a card box. A little cardboard container. put it in a drawer with the rest of the cards, and come to find out, you know what? That's a pretty nice card after I started playing and really knowing the rules and getting a better understanding of how to play. So, yeah, it can be rough when somebody wants to scalp you, especially when it's on packs or boosters and you just want to rip a pack. Luckily, I'm in a spot where I can get to a few places if I need to. And so I do when I can. Life gets in the way. So you can't always do what you want with the cards, and sometimes you have to make an exception, seize an opportunity. Just take advantage where you can. It's just old Hole Breaker. I think I sleeved that up pretty much right after Innistrad Remastered came out. This is one of my favorite cards. As you could tell from my reaction to pulling the Lord of the Rings treatment, super stoked about that. Really super stoked. So, it sucks that you only have one spot. Because, yeah, that just kind of kneecaps you. You gotta do everything online. Doing everything online completely sucks. So, and this is another one that isn't really worth a lot, but I grew up in the 80s, and so Godzilla 1985 was a movie that I watched way too many times when I was younger. Alright, checking this box. Are we good? No, we're not good there. There's more stuff hiding in the back, and that happens quite a bit, but when you have a lot of cards, like I said, it's hard keeping track of everything all the time. It just is. Because you're buying, you're selling, and you're trying to flip and grow. Or at least that's what I do. But like I said, I do recommend. That's just a heartless summoning. It's nothing major. Shelly. This is not the best version of Shelly. But still, I had to pick it up. Just because I really, really wanted one. And thankfully I was able to score one. So I did. Now, we are not done with all the goods, of course, because we still have cards like the Praetor's Voice inside of here. And this is just what I really needed to do to organize. This card is actually a Judge promo. And so this Judge promo of Oloro, the Ageless Ascetic, pretty cool to pick up a Judge's promo, because there's no other way that I was going to get that, but I won that one on pull box. So, definitely happy with that. And they're really good about telling you the condition. They weren't fibbing at all. Everything was given to me just like they said. It was perfect. Oh, these are from the scenes. Oh, these don't matter. I'll rip one of these for another 100 shit. Alright. So, let's get out of that one. And we'll move on to the next. Easy peasy. So, now, like I said, I did get myself into some of the Innistrad Remastered. And like with the Duskmourn, I was able to pull all those cards. So it was pretty neat. Did any of you pull any Duskmourn or Any Innistrad Remastered, Aether Drift was its own kind of mess. I do understand and I feel your pain. Modern Horizons 3 was my, like, go-to until Bloomborough came out, and then I was like, thankfully, now I have something else I can open. Which did make me a happy man. But then they started coming out with better sets. And, you know, maybe they learned. But, yeah, don't reprint to death, but make sure there's enough to go around. A lot of people want 4 copies of each of these. So, there we go. Of course, we've got the wormy-butted man himself. Gotta have yourself a few Eldrazi handy, you know? A few Phyrexians, a few Eldrazi. You keep them around, because you never know. Alright, now, yep, all these are going in. And these will go around somewhere. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out in just 1 second. Do you guys like any Star Wars? Because we do also have Star Wars cards and Pokemon cards. Picked up a few Digimon. Not really my thing. But I figured, hey, why not? They're there, and I had the funds at that moment. So, whoopsie. Alright, so that's a card I was pretty pleased with right there. Sorry, let me try and get this correct for you. So, yeah. Grabbed a Mox Jasper, and this one I opened in a pack. This is 3 steps ahead. If anyone was watching Twiddler tonight, somebody else pulled this, but this one is the promo. Non-foil promo, but it's actually a pretty decent card. Let's move these out of the way. Alright, and there we go. Sorry, I had a little bit of jank messed up in here. Not good, right? Which happens. That's another reason why I have to go through my cards sometimes. Bloodstained Mire. I don't know how you guys feel about lands. I love land cards. I also love expensive cards. So here is our Japan version of the Loot Fracture Foil. Pretty cool looking card. I know, big split decision on how people feel about fracture foils. I'm okay with them. I don't really have a dog in that fight. I'm not, you know. To me, if it's worth having, it's worth having, and I'll do my best to get it. And that's just the way it is. It makes life easier. That's also why I got this binder. It completely makes life easier, as long as I can get the cards into it. There we go. Alright. And we're in. Okay. That sounded like I was doing something else. Apologies. Here we are. But no, not doing anything else. Just taking a quick peruse of the cards that I have to put in here. Because I will get mixed up. When you're dealing with like thousands of cards, it'll happen. This is maybe my favorite swamp card. Maybe. But I'm pretty pleased with that. And that is from Crimson Vow. And that foil swamp just looks eerie and creepy, and I love it. This is some more Innistrad Remastered. Always happy to pick up posters, because you never know where they're going to end up. Posters get weird. Nice score of a Liliana. Gotta have it. The artwork on the cars, I love how each set is kind of different, but they still kind of blend a touch. So we have some oil slicks, of course, because those are some of the prettiest lands as well. So we have the mountain, here's the plains, the other ones will come across them. This is a Crimson Vow Island, and again, the foil and the dark kind of monochrome. Love that. I really do. Alright, so we have ourselves a little bit of a shipwreck right here. Sucks for everybody. Don't get in a shipwreck. You'll be good. Alright, come on. I'm definitely going to have to invest in some perfect fits, because these are just a little too big. I don't even know if this card's worth anything anymore. I'll put it there. I'll find out. If it is, it is. If it's not, it goes. Not a big deal. Alright. This land set also from Dominaria United. Like, I hate the set, but the lands, the foil lands, they're pretty sweet. Not gonna lie. I'm missing a couple of them, but that's okay. A little bit of a Restless Cottage. Got that one out of Wilds of Eldraine. Let's see, what else do we have going on in here? Nothing really there. Okay. Another box. Because, of course, boxes and boxes and boxes. I went through three set boosters to get this card. That's how much I wanted a One Ring. I did get it. But was the juice worth the squeeze? Maybe. Not 100% positive, but maybe. I did enjoy it. And for my Assassin's Creed fans, now, this set treated me very well. This is like the 7th or 8th Borderless Izia foil that I got. And it got to the point where I was selling them off, and I wasn't really thinking until I got down to like the last one that I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep one of those. Just in case. So here we have the Blood Litter of Akalazots. And I love this card. I just think it looks fantastic. Fits the theme. Very pleased to have that. And sometimes you get lucky. Darren, I don't know if you just collect a specific set, or like, you know, a specific color. You know, whether you're trying to go Izzet or Jeskai or something like that, I don't know. But it is fun to nab these guys when you can. And Tiny Bones, I like the fact that he's named Tiny Bones and has Death Touch. That makes me happy. This card, this is funny, because that is not the card I was thinking of. No, it is not. But I was sent a card, and usually when you have a card over $30, they wrap it up for you. They did not. They did not. I have, this one is the first card that I saw, alright, in this set, in Foundations. Went and picked myself up pre-release, and this was my promo. And so it's got the stamp and all. There's another copy in here somewhere. Just like there's another Mox Jasper. But the Mox Jasper is also a promo. This is my other Fracture foil. And this one took a long time. Duskmorn had been out for a while. Did you like Duskmorn? Get in there. Or not. There we go. Woo, that's a scary moment. Alright. I'm gonna keep on going through because I still have a lot of cards. I might cut this at an hour because I'm thinking that I may take a trip out to Maitland tomorrow. Whoopsie. Alright, I had that one sleeved differently. And so that was a little bit of an issue with the old mimeoplasm. Okay, these don't matter. And back into the cards that do matter. And like I said, we'll do a brief review and we'll just pick out some highlights later. But yeah, that sucks. I actually picked up a pack, collector box on an installment plan, basically. And yeah, I was happy. I was very happy that I got one. But it took forever, and it took until I came across a single pack at an LGS that I don't really go to that often. And I scooped it up, and as I was going through, you know, sometimes you are looking through a pack and you accidentally come across something. Yeah, I saw the edge. I saw like this edge right there. And I was like, wait a minute. That looks like it's a Fracture. Sure enough, got my first Fracture foil. Not the one I wanted, but still, Fracture foil. So I was pretty happy about it. Oh man, this isn't gonna end for a moment. Now, I did sell my first place foil, Aether Spark, like a week and a half ago. And yeah, you know, you have regrets sometimes. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, because that card may do really well. Well, did you do any pulls tonight? Or have any luck doing pulls tonight? I did not. I mean, I had minor luck. Like, enough to keep me able to spin and open boxes kind of luck. Nothing great. That's okay. That happens. I'll just pick it back up on the next one, which is pretty much all I can do. Now, like I said, when I pulled the borderless Orcish Bowmasters, it's because all I pulled were these. Now, don't get me wrong, they are still good cards, and they still cost. But yeah, so frustrating. I was happy to finally get one. Now, if I got a showcase scroll, I'd be even better. I'd be supremely happy about that. Mana Geyser, and a few other little cards. There's nothing wrong with getting a hit, man. You gotta celebrate every win, because sometimes, you know. Mana Geyser, though. Nice. Nice. There was a box that I was playing on Pull Box. What was I doing? Oh, I was going for the Ristic Study, and I did finally get it, which I was super happy about. This is another Emrakul. He's just noodle butt. That's what he is. He's got a lot of noodles coming out of his butt. It's weird. Can't be healthy. Alright. And a little Dismissal, which is another good card. And really, I think there's a couple cards I want to pick back up from that set. I just haven't gotten around to it. And I like to be able to find them as well. I think it's more gratifying when you like open or find one. Lord of the Undead, I think, looks awesome. It looks like some 1980s metal cover. But yeah, it's nice. Alright, now I did already put in the promo of this card in the beginning. Yeah, the Smothering Tithe, man, I have lost to it like 4 or 5 times. I get so annoyed. Because, you know, it's like, am I picking the low, am I picking the high, am I picking a share? With Smothering Tithe, it did not seem to matter which one I picked. I was gonna get burned. Because if I went low, I had it. If I went high, they had it. Now, I did get this out of the pre-release. I went to 2 pre-releases for Aether Drift. But this was in my first one. And promptly had somebody cheat. And because they didn't understand the card. And it's fine if you don't understand a card. But there's people who, you know, are there to mediate. This Resonance, probably not really worth that much. But it is a promo. It is in good shape. It is foil. So I'm going to go ahead and just set it to the side. You know what I mean? Because why not? I told you there are different sets in here also. Not many. But I picked this one up just because I could. It was free to me because I had enough discounts saved up. So I was like, I'll take a Genie. I grew up watching that. That's fine. So that is what I did. Now we have a couple of the most annoying cards. So, Head Shredder, kill it early, or there will be problems. And this is a promo. Like I said, I scooped up a lot of Duskmourn. And so that is another card going off into the set, just because I like to keep some promos and dated cards like that. And in the same vein as that, this card used to be worth something. I don't think it is. I don't think it's worth more than $1. Maybe because it's promo it is, but Doomsday Excruciator. And if you can pull that card off, people will not. You won't be a friend for at least 15 minutes. Okay. Ew. I didn't look this card up yet. But I'm going to guess that the Mythic Special Guest Extended Art foil, or borderless foil, I have a feeling that'll do okay. There's Shiko. I guess I came across a Tarkir portion of this box. Here we have a Urani. I will eventually form my own dragon deck. when I feel less lazy after work. But yeah, we were able to scoop some stuff. Here is another Voice of Victory foil, and I think it's like 20 something bucks. So, I actually opened a pack, and it was just a play booster. When I opened Play Booster, swear to God, I had the non-foil and the foil back to back. That's happened to me twice. The other time it was Corey Steelcutter. So if you see those, that next card might be a duplicate. It really might. No lie. So we're gonna keep going through here. Alright. And that card goes over here because it's crap. They were good at one point, but they are not crap. This one is not, and it's just a nice card. Agatha Soul Cauldron. I would love to get the other edition, but I don't. I'm not going to hold my breath on that, because that is it's a difficult card to pull. I don't know if any of you were interested in the secret layers. Let me know if you are, if you picked any up. I picked up 3 now. Only 3. One is actually sitting right here. Let's secret layer drop. Alright, there we go. That's what I was looking for. So I'm just gonna hold on to that until some point. And I think if my channel gets to the right point, it'll probably be a prize for somebody. So nothing wrong with like a, you know, a free 50 bucks. Aha. We have finally filled this much. So I was talking to you about the secret layers before I have to do some stuff. But I did pick one up. I did not pick up the rainbow foil. I am always low on money because I buy stuff all the time. But still, it is pretty neat to grab yourself some things. What were you getting off a pull box? Sorry, Darren. I got in my own little world there for a second when I was looking. Oh, yeah. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, secret layers are nice sometimes. And there's more than a couple in here still. Not complete secret layers, but this card's coming up. It was doing pretty well. We already know how we feel about these. These are beautiful. Cherish them. Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to go through and, like, fix so much of this later. Not the binder itself, but just going through and being able to get everything in there so nothing gets hurt. Fun to go against, or like a pain in the butt to go against? Are you like saying fun as a masochist, or just it was enjoyable? And maybe comedic. Because, I mean, you gotta have a sense of humor. Oh, yeah. So, these are so many of the cards that I didn't really get to go through quite yet. Like I said, I also misplace things. I'll put something down and think I know exactly where it's going to be. And, either forget or misremember. That's nothing, that's nothing, that's nothing, that's nothing. Alright. I left some jankin'. I sure as heck did. But that's okay. You know, it's unfortunate. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because that can be a pain. I really don't like... Alright, this is a personal thing. You guys let me know if you agree. When you get a rare full art land, I think you want it to be a dual land. And I think you want it to have more value. That's me. That's just me. That's all. Love it. Alright, this is one of my favorite cards right here. Again, I played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons when I was growing up. And I like playing a wizard. I think everybody wants to be a wizard at one point in their life. So, this was the coolest familiar card to me. This card, a little bit of value, but nothing crazy, I don't think. Alright, and I hate those cards. I'm just not a fan of those. They annoy me. Alright, is this the promo one? Sorry. I got one pre-release of every color, so I could try to... No, the game isn't what it used to be. I remember talking to my friends when I was in high school. And, you know, I mean, it was just... It was played a certain way. I mean, they were still, like, giving up cards, though. And then I was gone from a long time. Doing a bartender thing, doing a I'm a young dumb man kind of thing, making decent money. Because bartending will do that to you. Now I'm just cooking. And make great money. And I don't feel like dealing with all the peoples. So I don't. It's fantastic. Oh, there's the flage. I wondered where that went. I want all the Dragon Eyes. All of them. Just because they're fantastic cards. Not just because they're fantastic cards. I did not say that the right way. But they are fantastic cards. Okay, this didn't end up in the right spot. That's fine. And that is why. Alright. Quick surgery. We gotta open them up. And it's one of the beauties of this. It's so much easier to deal with than a lot of the, all the boxes. Because I live in Florida. Yeah, I mean, you see that all the time. If you, I don't know if you watch any people online, like Bad Boy Gaming or, sorry, hold on, I'm having an issue. Operator error, totally my fault. But it seems like a lot of, old school gamers don't enjoy it as much, or they feel like the game got tainted, but there is no game I've ever played that is stayed the same. I'm 45 and I put these in upside down. How do you do? I'm 45, so like when I was growing up, I think Magic came out when I was 13. And so when I was going to high school, I had just moved to Florida. And so I wasn't that familiar with everything or anyone or the culture or anything like that. And so when I had moved down, little bit of a shock. The school that I went to for high school was like open air, basically. You had your classrooms, and the rest of it was wide open. Your hallways wide open, no walls. Sucked if it rained. Trust me on that. But being able to walk around, and you've got people just chilling out in an open area, and they're sitting down, they're playing Magic. Like I said, I played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, and I was super interested. But it was also that time in your life when you're like, oh, there's other people, and sometimes they like to do things. So, hey, it happens. I was led astray. Led astray, sir. Led astray. But that's fine. I'm just putting in the ones that I went through real quick. Try to just get some of these out of the way. Because it never ends. Which is okay. It's not a bad thing. It's good to be able to have yourself a supply. I don't know, Darren, if you have a trade binder or something like that. But I don't always sell straight to the store or online, because I will sell stuff on eBay and stuff like that. But having a trade binder for when you're going somewhere, really handy. In case, you've got doubles, triples, quadruples, whatever of a card, and that card has a lot of interest behind it. Shoot, try to leverage that, man. Get yourself something else that you want. Nothing wrong with that at all, especially if everyone's in agreement. Then it's a happy trade, and that's a beautiful thing. Okay, what was next over on this side? So I'm getting rid of all these top loaders and everything that are in my way. If you can just bear with me for 1 second. Okay. And so yeah, there's some good stuff. So I appreciate that, Darren. I really do, and thank you for commenting, coming to check it out. It is getting a little bit long, actually, so I'm probably going to go ahead and cut it. This is the promo. Mox Jasper, by the way. But yeah, I'm probably going to cut it in a moment anyway. I'm going to finish filling out a page or two. But thank you, and I do hope we get to see you again. And I'll hit you up when I'm on Pullbox, which, of course, will probably not be long. Take care, man. Alright, Yawgmoth. It's funny, on Twiddler's Place on YouTube. He does rip and chips. And I've got another one of these on the way. But hey, that's cool. Like I said, having doubles like this double, triple, whatever, it is good to have them, and good to have them in your pocket. This one's a promo from a pre-release pack. Oh, Darren, shoot me your code too. When you're on Pullbox, I'll put you on my list if you're still here. But yeah, I'll definitely put you down on the list. I've got a couple people there. Some I don't think I've ever spoken to, but they help me out, and of course I'm gonna look out back, because that is the way you do stuff. Alright, now let's see if we can actually get that in there. Good deal. Yes, finally. It's gotten in. Alright. Necro Duality. This was a card I also saw pulled this evening online. And it is a decent card. It does carry value. And we love that. We love that. Uh-oh. I think I just heard the young man himself make some noise. And so I am going to go check on that young man. I'm going to take you guys with me, though. Because why not? Why not? So we're getting more in here. I can't wait till this thing's all filled up. I can just close it and put it somewhere. And then build another one right behind it. Because I will. Not gonna lie. It's totally gonna happen. Here we are. A couple more of the overlords coming up. And like I said, you guys can always pause, take a look, read them, come back. And I love hearing your comments. You can always talk to me. Just tell me what cards you guys like. And what sets you enjoyed. Because I do appreciate the banter. It does make this so much more interesting when I know you guys are looking for certain cards, a certain set. Sorry, getting more slips in because after I've fixed them, I just left the rest out. There we go. This is like the torture that I think a lot of kids remember from school, by the way. 3-ring binders. Okay. There we go. Moving right along. So at some point... Nah, hold on. We gotta go check on little man. We have to do it. And just make sure he's doing good. Or at least not breaking a lot. Oh, he's being good. Hey, buddy. You want to say hello? You can say hi. No? Freddy is a giant cat, by the way. And if he tries to jump up, I am not properly protected. There are parts, and they will hurt. Alright, buddy. No, hold on. Nope. No. Dad's doing something. Dad's doing something right there, buddy. Uh-huh. Let me. He's like, no, it's my seat. You don't get it. Alright, now, back to filling it out. Just wanted to make sure he's doing good, because I gotta give him his treats before bedtime. This card, this and Mithril Coat. Like, those are two really nice cards. Two cards I'm happy with, anyway. And it's always fun to use those. Mithril Coat being more fun, just to mess with people's emotions. And, you know, not saying I'm the best guy, but it's fun when you can get something like over on somebody with more experience. Gotta give that a go. Oh, this is... no, that doesn't belong there. But this does. The lands from Murders at Karlov's Manor, they are where it's at. They are where it's at in terms of like the price and what you're gonna get out of them. But yep, I do love it. Love my lands. I can't remember how this one's doing, but I think it was around $1. I'll keep it in. Trade bait. Trade bait is always nice, and so I try to keep a lot of trade bait. That is just me. Not everybody likes that, and that's alright. Like, this was $1. I think this is like 50 cents now. That sucks. What sets do you guys like? What sets have you guys opened? Have you tried to purchase any Final Fantasy? I do have a few pre-orders in with stores. This is the promo Johnny. One of a few promo Johnnies though, so there's that. Uh-oh. I'm being investigated right now. Yes, I am. Aren't I, buddy? Am I being investigated? Okay. Now you're trying to play it off? Nothing's going on? I love my cat. My cat's the best. Yes, other people have good cats too. But I have Freddy, so thank you very much for that. He is the star of the show. It's his house. I pay the bills. Just in case anyone likes. His name is actually... Okay, so, little story here. And, here we go. We'll say hello to Freddy real quick. So, Freddy's full name is Frederick Weasley. He was named by my nephew. And, my nephew, huge Harry Potter fan. And Freddy was rescued from the side of I-95, actually, and he was rescued from the side of I-95 by my brother-in-law. I live in the U.S., sir. That's where I'm from. But I've lived all over the U.S., so the way I sound is just the way I sound. Because some people think I have an accent, but I've lived everywhere, so I don't know about that. Still, so my brother-in-law found 5 kittens, little babies, inside of a box. This monster used to fit right there, just right there. And now, let's take a lot more of these to hold this one. So, but then his brother is mostly orange, but he's also got like about 30% white hair, and he's a long hair. Freddy is the only short hair in the troop. The rest look like Maine Coons. Freddy is 6. He is awesome. This is my ace. Trust me, I don't need people. I need Freddy. Freddy's my dude. So that's why we chill, we eat together, we hang out together. And unfortunately, when I go to the bathroom in the morning, he decides he wants to join in. Hey, what can you do? My educational qualification in terms of, like, what level of school did I complete? Does that count for... I have some college. I'll be straight up about that. Some college. Did not finish my AA. Just got too busy with life and doing stupid things instead of, digging in and getting it done. So I was not able to do that, but since I have also achieved a few licenses that, you do have to study for, you do have to take tests for, I can... Oh, from way across the world. Nice. Thank you for joining. Thank you very much. Wow. It is, what are we around? No, we're only around 1 o'clock a.m. here. So, alright. Now I know a bit of the time difference. I got those licenses so I could manage and run a restaurant by myself. It is 1 a.m. You're not interrupting anything, my friend. You're not interrupting. This is a live stream. This is free flowing. Oh, the license. So, yeah, you have to take a very long test over the course of a few days, and then you are able to identify any problems in a restaurant, know all of the potential foodborne illnesses, know your temps, what temps things need to cool off to in a certain amount of time. Right now, I serve British cuisine, actually. I work with a bunch of people from the UK. So it's different. It is different from anything that I've done lately. But, the British cuisine's good. It's hearty, and it's simple, but it's good. Sorry, I'm like, I can go for a cottage pie or a shepherd's pie almost any time. Because I enjoy those. But, I know they can't lay claim to curry, but we, of course, serve curry. That is actually in Florida, and it is about a 40-minute drive. So let me see. Depending upon traffic, it's like an hour west of Orlando. No, not this one, and that is what I prefer. I do prefer that. Trust me. I've worked for large corporations, and that's where, learned a lot, but working in smaller, more professional restaurants is definitely going to teach you more, or at least it taught me more. I'm not saying everybody will learn that same way, but yeah. So it's nice though, and it pays the bills, and that's even more important. All right, so let me go ahead and so trendy shorts. I don't know if you like Star Wars. I don't know if you've watched Star Wars. I understand we are there's a big cultural divide right there, because I believe you have Bollywood, and Hollywood doesn't, mean as much, and that's totally fine. I kind of agree with it. Oh yeah, no, I had to check up on Freddy. So yeah, I bought a few of these packs so I could get these prestige foils, and they tanked. Okay, Telugu's Tollywood. So Bollywood is Hindi. See? Hey, I like learning stuff. I do believe that is fantastic. And it's a little point that I now know, and it's interesting. It's fun to know things. So anytime you can, of course, learn them. And so I do have the regular of the Corvus. These ships and stuff, yeah, they're okay. They're all right. They're worth a few bucks, but it wasn't really my goal at that time. And then, oh no, I've got more. I am 45, my friend. 45. And I started in the restaurant industry when I was 15, working at what is known as an ACLF. Thank you. Do you collect? And what kind do you collect? Because there's so many games now. I mean, that's not exactly a bad thing. Because if somebody wants to have options, you want to have options. So we're just getting this done. This is actually like just something like this is like housekeeping that I needed to do a while ago, and then I got so busy at work. When we opened we went, like I said, I only have one branch, but we left our old location and went to a location 5 times its size. Oh no. No, well, yes. And I don't know where he just went to. But Freddy is not just my best friend, he is my son. That is how I look at that. And I love my cat. Oh yeah, this one is Well, this one's got a lot of... The halo foiling on that was really well done. Oh, man. I forgot I bought this many. But, you know, I was actually looking for a serialized card. So sometimes they make a card and there's only 100 copies in the world. Over time, I built this collection, actually. And it took a lot of money, a lot of time, and eventually I was able to assemble this collection. This is Digimon. Not the rarest, trust me, by far. But in terms of somebody who would just play the game casually, then yeah, this would be looked at as kind of expensive. Because all told, I think when this binder is full, then this binder will probably... well, there's a couple options there. So this binder either goes to sale somewhere, if I need to. And, you know, if you need to do something, you gotta do what you gotta do. Or it and my coin collection, yes, my niece or my nephew are probably actually split between the two of them. My niece and my nephew will get that. Which, you know, I think is a good thing. One, they love Pokemon right now. They just love Pokemon. But, my nephew is he's still a little too young. He's still a little too accidentally destructive. And, you know, I don't want to give them something that they will accidentally and totally innocently destroy. Because that would just be unfortunate and just make me question my own decision making. So I'm going to hold off on it. But my sister already knows. I've already talked to her about it. So she's aware of how that'll go. Let's see. There it is. Okay. So I'm just squaring some stuff away real quick. Oh, it's gonna be a while. I mean, I'm not planning on checking out anytime soon. But you never know what's gonna happen in life, so unfortunately things do. Hopefully they don't. Ah, there we go. Now this is more of what I wanted to see. Filling this thing up and getting it done. Holy cow. Now, does anyone want me to do a recap? Trendy Shorts, you're talking to me, but we do have some people hanging out. And so, if those people wanted me to go through and give them a little look at everything, I will gladly do that. But it will take a sec because there's more than a few cards. So let me just get this braced. There we go. And alrighty. So let me just... Ooh, that was a little too much. Freaked everybody out. Alright, a little bit. Alright, come on. Meet me in the middle. Alright, fine. So, I'm just going to go through. If I named and commented on every card, we would really be here at least another hour. So remember, you can always hit pause, read the card, decide if you like the card, and if you want it, you will go out and search for it, buy the packs, order it online. I use a Samsung. Yeah, it is humongous. I use a Samsung. Just bundled everything. And that is just how it goes. So, it is a 25. I don't know about Ultra. This is the oldest card I own, by the way. This card's from the 90s. And if anyone's ever read any Dungeons and Dragons Forgotten Realms books, there you go. Yeah, I think it is a 25 Ultra. I'm not 100% on that, though. I know I'm getting pretty due for an upgrade. Pretty close. So if anyone has a question about these, yeah, there's cards everywhere. I have way too much cardboard. Like I said, just about 1.5 years for this collection. I think I started my YouTube channel. Wow. Alright. I started my YouTube channel when I was filming a hurricane. Just because I happened to be in that hurricane and I enjoy hurricanes. So anyhow, I started it and then I didn't touch it for 10 years. And I started my YouTube channel again, and a few months after that, I started to buy cards again. And I just really liked the sets of cards that were coming out. You know, they fit the mood, they fit the vibe. And when they did, sometimes I expect people to ask me what, my favorite commander is or something. Yes, I'd watch Marvel. That's why I bought my Deadpool cards. I had to buy the Secret Lair. I bought the non-rainbow foil, but I have not yet. And that only reason is because I don't have the Disney Channel. Disney Plus, I think it is now. But hey, when I get around to it, and I get sick or something, and I have time off, then I will definitely kick back, relax. No, I've only seen 2 episodes. But I like to, if I'm sick or I'm hurt or something and I can't work, I like to be able to hang out at the house with Freddie. And then after that, I will go ahead and turn on TV. And I will find something that I really want to watch. And from there, I will definitely watch the entire season in one night. See, and that's good, because I heard the first one was as well. And for everybody who wasn't with us earlier when I showed this, the Everything token is your friend. Save them anytime you get one. Anytime you see one in Duskmourn, whether it is foil or not. Oh, well, I mean, hey, it's gonna happen. Everybody gets a cold. Everybody, gets something, a stomach bug, something. And when you do, There's a Manatide. Um, but yeah, it's when you do, it's fun to be able to lay down and watch some TV and catch up on things that you missed. When I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. And I know that sounds like some typical answer, but I also watched the Challenger explosion live on TV as a young man. And space, science fiction, um, fantasy have always appealed to me. They interest me if it's good. When I was younger, I would read anything. But now I'm more picky, so I want it to be good. It's got to be like something good for me to really want to watch it. And I wanted to also write. I wanted to be a writer, an author. And it's funny because I don't think either one of those would have worked out too well. I was going to go into the Navy when I was 20. And then I got in a lot of trouble and being a stupid kid. So that ended that. And so, I just kept on doing what I was doing. What did you want to be when you were younger? Did you have like a specific goal? Well, I've had a lot of family in the Navy, so it's kind of like family tradition to do that. My little brother was also in the Navy, and because I wanted to go into nuclear engineering, I would have outranked him after he had joined. He was my little brother, but he joined when he was 17. So he had already been in for 2 years, and I thought it would be really funny and totally an older brother move to outrank him when I came in. But, that didn't happen. It's all good. We laughed about it for a while, though, as a possibility of something that could happen. Alright, moving on through this. I still love that Orcish Bowmaster so much. And yeah, Jurassic Park foil. Freddy, what you doing, buddy? Oh, it's snack time. You know what? Yeah, I think it's snack time for Freddy. Besides, Ray. That's why it's on the channel, my friend. I'm Ray. The orange one is Freddy. I know he's the better looking one. That's fine. Let's go grab some snacks for Freddy, because I know he wants them. That is just a definite. Hey, buddy. Come on, Freddy. I typically, alright, when I bartended, I usually didn't get home till like 3 in the morning. And I bartended for about 20 years. And so that my sleep schedule is a little bit different than a lot of people. Hey, buddy. Are you ready? Are you ready? Snack time. And being that he is a big boy, Freddy gets 2 bowls. He has 1 bowl that always has dry food, and then he gets 1 can of wet food a day. Now, you do have to understand that it is hard for you to tell how tall Freddy is from this shot. It does not do him justice. So I will say, here is my bottom rib, his feet will be on the ground. And his paws will be right here. He's a big boy. And I've had him for years, and we keep him in shape. He even likes to go on walks. You can see that on some of my videos. Actually, a lot of my videos. But yeah, Freddy will go on a walk on a leash. Oh, he's big. I just don't have anything good for context. Here, buddy. But yeah, he's a big boy. And like most male orange cats, he's a lover. He is a tiger. He is. He really does have stripes. Just right. And now he's looking at me like, I want more food though. I know you want more food. Because you always want more food. Where's Candace? Who's Candace? Who's Candace, Freddy? What have you been up to? Huh? You don't have the gear to be checking out those ladies. You don't have the gear to be checking out those ladies. So you leave Candace alone. Here you go. No, he wants to play. It's playtime. Yeah, I know. I know, buddy. Because Freddy demands playtime. He is cool like that. So, hey, Freddy. Here you go, buddy. You gotta have something to play with him. They have to be, you don't have to pay attention all day, but they gotta have something. Oh, not in the mood to play right now? That's okay, buddy. That's alright. Okie doke. Alright, well, I would like and everybody who's willing to leave a like on the stream. Oh, what do I feed him? Oh, so look. This one is maybe the best I have given him. Not that flavor, but that brand. Because I like to mix it up. Oh, because I usually don't go to sleep till like almost 4 o'clock. That's why. But Jason, the Untamed, he loves. Absolutely. And it is a good one. Oh, man. I don't have the dry food. So, I like to mix it up. And then another thing that I like to do, just to make sure he's happy, and getting kind of what he needs. And I recommend this to anybody who owns a cat. This one is dead now, but because we've torn it apart. This is cat grass. All it is wheatgrass. Look at Freddy when I hold this. Are you going to go for it, buddy? This one's a little long in the tooth. It won't hurt him, though. But it's good for their digestion and things like that. Get some... It depends. Sometimes I have to get up and be to work at 8:45. So sometimes I have to leave here by like 8. So... it is what it is. Sometimes you only get 4 hours. Sometimes you're able to sleep half a day. That's just how it goes. And speaking of tigers, gotta have a tiger. I was given that because of my cat. But oh yeah, oh, Freddy is a fan of catnip at certain times. That would not be a daily thing. It might not even be a weekly thing. But every once in a while. See, he's going to destroy that cat grass right there. But yeah, he gets cat grass. He gets, the best food I can get for him. Or the best I can afford. And I used to grow my own cat grass and my own catnip. But unfortunately, yeah, he does. Well, they all do. Sorry, buddy, I didn't mean to interrupt you. The way he snapped his look back at me, like, what are you doing? But no, the cat grass is great for him. So I make sure he gets some cat grass, some dry food, some wet food, plenty of water. I have a spray that my sister gave me for his teeth. And she still has all of his brothers and sisters. The live won't happen every night just because some nights when I get home from work, man, I take a shower and if I got my butt kicked, I'm done. I'm cooked. Like that pizza that I haven't eaten yet. But yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm cooked. Oh, his water bowl. Alright, Freddy does not drink out of a water bowl. Alright, so look, that sounds weird, right? No. Freddy does not drink out of a water bowl. Freddy has a cup. Because he won't drink out of a water bowl. He will, however, drink out of a cup. That's why mine has a lid. Because he will drink mine. But he won't drink his. So I did have a water bowl when I first got him. When I first adopted him from my sister. He was 2. It was 4 years ago. And yeah, nah, look. You think I'm playing. I am not playing. Freddy's eating right now. That grass. You know what he's going to come in here and do afterward? He's going to come and drink water. And you will see he's going to go straight to that glass. Because that is his water. That is his side of the table. It's just the way it is. You know? Hey man, it is what it is. So he's orange. You have to accept orange cat behavior. And they make up some of their own rules when they want to. And they may change them. They will not tell you. But you will find out. That's how they are. Yes, I do. But not my own, living on my own. I've had in my life 4 dogs and maybe like 7 cats. Now, only 2 of those cats were like mine. Freddy is one. And then when I wanted a dog and I was a young man, I think it was like 7, I wanted a dog. Because we had a dog, but it died when I was like 4 or 5. So I wanted a dog. And so my mom got a cat. She was like, well, if you can't take care of the dog or the cat will be able to take care of itself, so you're not getting a dog yet. And that cat lived for almost 20 years in Michigan. She used to love going out into a blizzard, into the snow, and causing havoc. Because she would disappear for a week, and then when she came back, she would inevitably have something dead in her mouth, drop it on the doorstep, scratch on the door until we opened it, and then look at us like, alright, I've already eaten, but this one's for you. And then walk in the house. So, I mean, yeah. My cat experience is with a psychotic hunting cat and then an orange cat that very rarely will it snow in Florida. Very rarely. Like decades apart. It'll snow maybe one time, like every 30 years or so. And it's, the right circumstances, but it'll be in North Florida. It is not going to be in South Florida. Where I lived in Michigan, on an island between two of the Great Lakes, oh, we were guaranteed to see some snow. A lot of it. But, alright. Yeah, so, I mean, that's all true. That is all true. Freddy he's probably snacking. Oh no, he's chilling. He's in relax mode. For now. This is one of his former toys that he still carries around sometimes. And obviously he broke it. Because, that's 18 pounds of kitty cat right there. It's a lot of kitty cat. Really, he's probably just thinking about when am I going to turn the lights out and go to bed. Because Freddy will snuggle up. Let me turn that off. But yeah, Freddy's going to snuggle up. That's just what he does. He will, after I lay down and the lights are off. Oh, food. Attacking things, what's going on outside, every time I get near the door, because he always wants to go on a walk, but I can't always walk him. And his idea of he has snored at least twice that I have caught. One of them's on video. One of them is on my channel, but it was like a year ago, so I mean, you would have to go digging for that one. But, because that's what he does. But, yeah. That's why he's staring me down right now. He's just doing what he does. But they have their routine. They prefer their routine, by the way. Me changing it, he would not be pleased. He'll get used to it, but he will not be pleased for a couple days. He has pooped in my shower. You did it. You know you did it. That's right, because I had to clean it up. Bad. Well, you have a good one, my friend, and, hopefully I can get a like and a subscription from you, and join us anytime. And leave comments on videos, man. I'll get back to you. I try to get back to everybody as soon as possible. But sometimes, life gets in the way. So, that being said, I should probably go as well. Just because I got a lot to do in the morning. I want to finish filling up the binder. After I finish filling up the binder, I'm going to start going through... Ooh, let me fix that. Sorry, that was intense. I'm going to start going through the rest of this, and it does go behind these as well, where I have to go through the... Well, thank you very much, Trendy Shorts, and I look forward to seeing you and speaking to you again. But I have more Pokemon cards and other cards behind there. These boxes are where you get some of these cards. So this is a Lord of the Rings set booster. And this is where a large amount of the expensive cards came from. That being said, I still have to sort all of that. And and then sell off the ones that are not as flashy, which I'll do. It's just going to take some time. Good question, though. Good question. Yeah, if you don't know what the Magic is, or Magic the Gathering, the card game, not Magic. But yeah, it's pretty neat. Okay, that being said, thank you very much for joining Ray's Hobbies tonight, everybody. And I appreciate you, Trendy Shorts, for coming to hang out, and everybody else from Pullbox and Twiddler's Place who stopped by. I really do appreciate it. Helps me out, helps everything grow. And that's about the best I could ask for. Because we're on a one-way mission. And we're patient about it. We're patient about it. We'll get there, though. You guys have a great night. Be well. Love each other. Take care. And tell me what packs you want to rip. Tell me what cards you are looking forward to in any of the upcoming sets or secret layers. And we can, I'll get back on that. Maybe I'll make a video for it. So, again, thank you very much for watching. You guys have a great night. Take care.